So smooth. This is the plantain flour that I use. It's literally just ground up green plantain. So to begin with, I'm just pouring the milk into my blender. I use 2 cups of oat milk, and then I'm gonna add in 3 heaped tablespoons of the plantain flour. And basically, I'm just gonna blend them up together to make the porridge base, essentially. Once you blended that all up, you want to add some spring water to your pot, and then you want to add all your spices. So I've added my cinnamon, my bay leaves, and my nutmeg, and I've also added a pinch of Himalayan salt, and then just bring that to a simmer just to enhance the flavors before you add in your mixture. So after a few minutes, you can now begin to add your mixture. So as I'm pouring the mixture in, I'm also mixing it as well, just to prevent any lumps and just to evenly distribute all the flavors from the spices into the mixture. And what you want to do is leave it to heat. So essentially you want to bring it to a boil, so then it will thicken up, because it's not going to thicken up straight away. It needs to really get some heat underneath it, and then it will start to thicken. So it's been about 2 or 3 minutes, and as you can see, it's really started to thicken up. So I'm just going to continue to whisk it, because now it's about preventing it from burning and sticking at the bottom. So you want to continuously mix this for about the next 5 minutes or so. It shouldn't take that long to cook. It's just a matter of getting it thick and making sure the flavors are where you want them to be. And also, once you can start to see that it's started to thicken up, that's when you want to bring the heat back down to like a low to medium heat. So here I'm just checking the consistency, and I'm also looking for any lumps. To be honest, this came out exactly the consistency that I would like it to be. I like my porridge quite thick, so I didn't need to add any milk or any extra powder. Like, it was literally perfect. So basically what I'm doing now for like the next 5 minutes is I'm stirring it for a few minutes, and then I'm letting it cook for a few minutes. Stirring it for a few minutes and then letting it cook for a few minutes. Again, just to prevent the bottom from sticking and just to ensure that the consistency stays nice and smooth. So the porridge has been cooking now for about 5 to 6 minutes. So as you can see, I just added some vanilla essence. I'm just going to stir that in. So now it's just a matter of, the last thing I need to do is sweeten it to my taste. I'll be using agave syrup, and I'll be adding in about 2 teaspoons, 1 tablespoon, 1.5. You don't need that much sweetener. This is 1 serving of porridge, so yeah, I've only added in a small amount of sweetener. Once the sweetener's been added, as you can see, I'm just taking some out because I'm doing a little taste test just to see if everything is how I want it to taste. And it ended up being, so I just start to remove the spices. So I removed the bay leaves and I removed the cinnamon sticks, ready to serve. So of course I had to serve this in my bash. As I'm pouring it, you'll see a bay leaf drop into the bash as well, but I take that out later on. But yeah, I just thought that this is a quick, easy way to make plantain porridge. Not everyone has access to green plantain. I'm pretty sure it's easier to order plantain flour online than it is to order a bunch of green plantain. Yeah, not everyone has the time in the morning to be peeling green plantain, cutting it up, blending it. Not everyone has a blender. So yeah, this is a way that everyone can have porridge in their life because it's amazing. It's one of my favorite breakfasts and it's super easy to make. All right, so I've just finished. Porridge is literally the hardest thing to make look nice, especially when you don't have any garnish. But I put it in my bash. So yeah, it's nice and smooth. I've got a bay leaf in there. I just thought I'd do a quick taste test on camera. I mean, I tasted it already, but let's taste it again. It's so good. This is my favorite, one of my favorite breakfasts. It's so smooth. This is the plantain flour that I use. It's literally just ground up green plantain, and it just makes making porridge easier. Like, you don't need a blender for this. I did use one because I have one, but what you can do is you can just put the flour in a bowl and then just gradually add the water to make a nice smooth consistency, so then you can add it to the pot. But yeah, sometimes I'll blend up sunflower seeds with it, oats, anything. I know people use coconut milk. I just had oat milk, so I used oat milk. You can use any nut milk. I like to add cloves sometimes. So yeah, that's it. That takes what, less than 10 minutes. It's so good. I just think it's easier to buy plantain flour than search for green plantain. Like, it's not that easy to find. It's not like, for me it is, because I live in an area that has loads of like Caribbean shops, but I have to actually travel to get green plantain. It's not like at my regular corner shop. I think this is a black owned brand as well. This bag cost me £5. But how much grams do you get? You get 1 kg of plantain flour, so it's quite good, to be honest. And on the back it tells you how to make plantain fufu. So yeah. Is it organic? Yeah, it's organic. And they're grown in Nigeria and Jamaica. So yeah, this is just a quick way to make plantain porridge. I don't use sugar. I sweeten it with agave. You need like the littlest bit of sweetener. It's so good. Yeah, I definitely like adding the pumpkin seeds. And sometimes I'll make it look pretty, but I just wanted to, you know. And I like it thick. If you like it runnier than this, then you can just add more milk, but I like mine thick. So yeah, hope you guys find this recipe helpful, easy. If you try it, let me know.